Ready, set, rock. How's it going, everybody? I'm Ali Burns from Picks Parlays, and this is Total Chaos. We're doing MLB for this Friday, July the 29th. So last week we had a challenge. Detroit Lenny challenged the lossless, the undefeated Rossman, and you guys ended up tying in this like heavily touted battle. You end up tying. And so now this is the rematch, people, the rematch. All right.
Like
Rossman.
WrestleMania Part 2.
That's
how I figure it,
You guys both went 2-2. Ross, your bonus pick cashed, but Lenny, yours got postponed. So it didn't count against you. So
Right.
2-2. So 18-2. And how does it feel to pick up your first notches in the losing column, Ross?
That 18 number in the winning column still is carrying a lot of weight.
Well,
I'm all right
said,
with two
well
losses.
said and well played at the same time.
Yeah,
so,
he was 15-0-1, people. 15-0-1 was the unblemished record. Lenny, you are now a 13-15. So how you feeling about that? Not bad.
Considering I think the last time I did an MLB Total Chaos was with him. So yeah, I'm good. I'm feeling good. Listen, if I can't beat you, I'll bring you down with me, okay? So
it's the Detroit way.
It's the Detroit way. This is why we can't have nice things, because we don't have
and neither can you. And now neither can
like
you.
Yeah. So
okay, so let's start this party off. If you haven't watched Total Chaos before, it's a bit of a game show where I take two expert handicappers and pit them head to head. I'm giving them 5 baseball games that happen Friday, July 29th. They're going to tell me if they go over or under the total, and whoever gets the most correct comes back next week as the champ. Before we get going, don't forget about our sponsor, BetMGM. Up to $1,000 in a risk-free first bet for all new accounts. Use the promo code MORNING. That will get you all hooked up. Morning like morning wood, like my show I do every day, 1 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget to join us.
I've heard of it.
With my lovely co-star, Detroit Lenny. Okay, let's get this party started. Rossman, you're still the champ, so you're going first. Mariners are at the Astros. Robbie Ray, Justin Verlander. The number is 7. Lot of 7 and 7.5 today. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, and those are all low ones for me, but I'm gonna start off with under 7. Then honestly, this one could easily be a push at 7, but I'm gonna go under 7 on this one. I'm putting my full faith in Verlander. He is just on and at a good time. The Astros bats have struggled the past 3 games. And so they got swept by the A's. So, and those are the past 3 games. So, and Robbie Ray is kind of in a boomer bust year right now. He's got 100 hits. He's got 136 strikeouts. So, this one's really tough, but I think this one's going to go under.
We did see it at a 7.5. It moved down. So the line is trending towards an under. Lenny, are you going to trend with the line?
Man, this 7 is hard. Because I really think this game ends up at 7.
Yep.
Like right there.
You can call the push. Remember, you can call the push.
God, that's ballsy. I should get like 5 bonus points in the win column if I call the push.
You get 2.
I get 2?
We talked about it in NHL.
I'll do it for 5.
If you
I'm trying to
draw,
negotiate right now. It's not working. I'm going over. I'm going to take the over here. With Robbie Ray, again, he's kind of excuse me. I really believe Verlander can get the job done, and I'm relying on Verlander to keep this probably closer and not have I'm relying on Verlander to do Verlander things, and he has been outstanding. But I know JV, and he's due for a 3-inning first 3 runs first inning. He's just due. So, and I hate to be the guy trying to catch the sword that's falling, but let's put it this way. Robbie Ray, 2 games against Houston so far this year, he's gave up 9 runs in 8 innings he's pitched. I wrote this stuff down. Verlander pitched 5 games against Seattle so far this year. Maybe not this year, but he's pitched Seattle. He's 10 innings, 10 runs. So I'm sorry. Not right. 5 games, he's given up 10 runs. So I'm looking for him to give up his 2 that he's been giving up. And then Robbie Ray to really give up about 5 or 6.
All right.
That's where I'm at. So
that actually makes a lot of sense.
I wrote it down, and I can't read my own writing.
It's like super rare, but
don't tell people.
But here we are. Okay, mastermind. I already know your play on this because 10 is your number. Are you sticking with your under 10 when the Dodgers take on the Rockies? It's 11.5 with Urias and Cole on the mound.
So I have mentally moved that number up to 10.5 because of this year and balls flying out of places, especially in Colorado and all that. But I am going under. We filmed this on Thursday for Friday's games. I'm looking at these games. The total for Thursday's games at 12. I took that under. The 11.5 is just too much. The game ends up 6-5 either way, possibly. But 11.5 is too much for me. Can't do it. Won't do it. Can't do it. Not going to do it. Nope.
You can't do it, Ross. Can you do it?
So there's one thing that I learned in playing Total Chaos so far. If I bet on a Rockies under, I lose. The Rockies have gone over every time we've had them. And last time when you and I went, the Rockies went under. And we lost that one. So I know that's such a big number, and I look at those, but I mean, you talked about it too, Lenny. Balls just fly out of there. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, especially this year. So I'm actually going to take the over. Those numbers always scare me too. But if it wasn't in Rockies, it'd be a different ball game. But being at the Rockies, I'm going to take over an 11.5. The Dodgers here, they're likely going to put up. In all honesty, I could see him putting up 10 alone. So
wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm looking at. And Urias is pitching well. I mean, he's got a sub-3 ERA, so he's not bad, but we're still talking about playing in Colorado. So yeah, I would just say right now, I'm still going to ride the high on that place and go over.
All right, over we go. These two teams don't really like each other either. I mean, the Rockies have kind of had the Dodgers number in Colorado, vice versa, LA. So, this, I could definitely see this being a shootout. If you want to win the game, you got to score the runs. Rangers and Angels, 7.5 with Perez and Sandoval, 2 lefties for you, Rossman. Over or under?
What do we have this one? A 7.5. I am under 7.5 on this one. Mostly the Angels bats have been bipolar. It's crazy. The last 3 games have all been shutouts, 2 to the good and 1 to the bad for the Angels. So they're literally feast or famine. But truthfully, the same goes for when they played Atlanta right after the break. It's crazy. So I would say right now I'm looking for that poor performance after 2 good batting performances. That's kind of been their trend. So I like the under 7. But I mean, and truthfully, it's not like the Rangers have been tearing it up either. They've also, their bats have been pretty low. So I think under 7.5 on this one.
All right, Lenny, what's your play?
I have under written down, crossed out, over crossed out, and under back written down. So I have went all over the place on this game. Both teams, I'm officially going under because that was my gut reaction, and that's where I'm at. Perez 8-2 with, like you said, 2.5 ERA. Sandoval on the other side, he's over 3. I mean, 3.64 ERA. He's got a 1.51 whip, which is ridiculous. And I don't know. I went back and forth. My gut on this was under. I just don't know who's going to score in this game. That being said, it'll probably be 9-8 Rangers at the end of this game. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised either way. But I am going under. Yes.
All right. What about Twins Padres? Another 7.5. This one with Joe Ryan and Blake Snell on the mound.
I'm a fan of Joe Ryan. I hate to say it, being a Tiger fan and him being in the same division and on the Twins and everything like that. I'm a fan of Joe Ryan. He has a 2.89 ERA, 7-3 for the year. He's got just over 1 WHIP, and that says a lot. This guy gets after the ball. He strikes people out, and I'm going over because of Blake Snell, because he's a bum. Blake Snell, I know you're watching this show. You've cost me money this year. We can meet in the street anytime you want. There's a line. There's an official hit list. Come at me. I can't stand Blake Snell. All I needed to see was Blake Snell. And I think the Twins, who are playing very good ball this year.
Yeah, they are.
Yes.
Way more surprising for me is out of anything is the Twins are hating the ball. And I expect them to get after it. So I'm going to go over.
I don't hate Blake Snell. I'm disappointed in you, Blake.
No,
he made me too much money over the last 2-3 seasons to get mad at him. He's
last year,
year.
He was on the Christmas card list. This year, not so much.
And the year before that.
I'm just saying.
All right, Rossman, what do you think?
I'm also going with the over on this one. I mean, the combined ERA with the two starting pitchers is 7.64. Twins in the last 5 games, the totals are all over 7.5. Padres in the last 5 games, 3 of those have all gone over 7.5, and that in the 4th game was 7. So it's not like it was a slouch either. I mean,
right.
All of these recent games for these two teams have been totaling over 7.5. And those are those trends that I look at. How are the bats doing recently? Just all indicators are telling me that this should go over.
Then I definitely will. That's easy.
Facts.
All right. Write that one down.
Run.
Check it out.
They don't even
It's
have to
already
show up tomorrow.
Yeah,
Cash
don't even
my
play.
tickets.
It's cool. We got it. Yeah, we got this. Okay, so Cubs are at the Giants, another 7.5. If you took the over 3 on 7.5s today, you pushed. Stroman and Cobb. Rossman, you are up first. What do you got?
This one, not as hard for me. I'm over 7.5. But this is a tale of, I mean, 2 teams. Holy cow! I mean, one's on, a hell of a winning streak, and the other one's on a bad losing streak.
Yep.
But we're looking at what's that?
I'm on the Cubs today, actually, for that reason.
So, I mean, we're looking at a combined 8.64 ERA here with these 2 starting pitchers. So they're both kind of close in their hit to strikeout ratio. Cobb's actually giving more hits than strikeouts right now. So I kind of look for this one to go over. Giants have given up 7 runs in their last 3 or 4. Cubs are on their 5-game streak. So yeah, I think this one's going to go over.
All right. Lenny, what about you?
I'm actually on the under here, and I'm going to respectfully disagree. Marcus Stroman, I don't know how I say his name. His ERA is way elevated, but I think it's really just because, digging a little deeper here, the St. Louis game he had back in June, he gave up 9 runs. Got jacked, just flat out. Since then, he's given up 0, 1, and 1. And he's pitched 6 innings, 4.14 innings. So against the Phillies, the Mets, and the Dodgers, nobody to slouch about. I mean, the Phillies, whatever. But the Dodgers and the Mets, so I'm hoping, and I don't trust the Giants bats at all. So I'm thinking he has a decent day, and the Cubs sooner or later have got to come back to earth a little bit. And I'm really hoping this doesn't bite me in the ass here, because this could be the game that messes me up.
The slaughter game.
This particular, yes. So if it was at 7, I might. This sounds totally ridiculous. I might think over, but because of the hook, I'm gonna go under and hope it just lands on 7, and I take down Rossman finally once and for all.
All right.
Well, Thor's hammer, just in case.
I approve of the hammer.
Oh, facts. Okay.
I'm on a green screen. Mine doesn't work. So we have to be creative. We just turn that upside down.
Turn that frown upside down.
All right, perfect. So let's do a recap. I'll tell you guys where you can find these two experts if you're looking for more of their plays and their information. I got to remind you about BetMGM, up to $1,000 for all new accounts. You just got to use the promo code MORNING when you load the app onto your phone, or click on the link that's in the description of this video and it'll take you right there. Get yourself signed up, use the promo code. Everything's going to be great. You'll be thrilled. You're welcome. Thank me later.
It'll be so much fun.
Totally. I use BetMGM. It's on my phone right now. It's my app I use. Like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Rossman, we can find you at Rossman RNR07 or in the Insiders Room Discord. Tell the people what goes on in the Insiders Room Discord. What's going on? Can we know? Are we outsiders? Can you tell us?
No, everyone can be an insider in the Insiders Room. You just got to join. There's a lot of good handicappers there. And I mean, you got your main ones too, but I mean, we've got some obscure stuff, and we've got some guys that are real good on NASCAR. Rycape, I mean, he crushed it there. I got Bowser, Greg, and Legion. I got some guys that are real big on women's tennis.
Yep.
Nice. My bread and butter is coming up real quick. I can smell football. Oh man, I can smell it. And we all can.
Yes.
Smell sweet. So I'm just biding my time right now. But no, that's still my bread and butter is college and pro football.
So are we going to see you on the NFL Power Hour at any time?
I do believe so.
Beautiful. Okay. And then we do Morning Wood together. Would you like to be a guest on our show? It'd be 1 p.m. Eastern. Are you free Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern any day of the week? We'll make it work.
I am fortunate enough to own my own business. Yay. So you tell me when.
Okay, perfect. Next week. I'll shoot you an email. You can come on next week. Football Friday. We'll do you for Football Friday.
Sounds good.
I like
Perfect.
it.
God, Lenny, I'm not even going to show up that day. I'll be the one who's typing in the back. I'm not even going to be on the screen. I'll just let you have your day, Leonard. You can have your time.
Because Ali Burns has a love-hate relationship with football. I love it. And so sometimes she's like, all right, there you go, Lenny. Just talk football. And I will talk football all day and night. Yeah, it's like
Ray Lewis is changing me. Ray Lewis is changing my feelings on football and the NFL, but I'm not there yet. I'm getting there.
Changed a lot of people's faces too. So
a lot of people what?
He's changed a lot of people's faces too.
Yeah, well, so there's that. I like college football a whole lot. It's the NFL that I'm kind of like trying to get my groove with. But I'm a Texans fan, so why the frick do I care about football? You know, like that's kind of where
college football's where it's at. Gotta love college football.
My Oregon Ducks, my Washington State Cougs.
Oh, go Blue.
Go, bang, boom, pow. I can't say that online.
Go green, go white.
Sir.
Go green, go white. That's what I learned from
Party on.
So Detroit Lenny, you can find him at Detroit Lenny. You can find him on Morning Wood with me every day at 1 p.m. Eastern. How's your TikTok going? Are you still killing TikTok, crushing it?
Craig Trapp has taken over for this past week. I had some stuff going on, and he's been putting some stuff on. But I gave a shout out, and I'm gonna give another one out to longtime viewers. Awesome 2 women that I know in life, Laterica Craft and Julie Carley, had birthdays yesterday. So when you see this, it'll be 2 days ago. And if you haven't told them happy birthday yet, shame on you. You tell them happy birthday. Those are my girls. So I did a special TikTok for them on their birthday. And then I'm going to get back here in the game here in a second. It's been a long week.
Okay, perfect. We'll find Detroit Lenny. Game time decision at 5 p.m. Eastern. NFL Power Hour at 3 p.m. Eastern. Morning Wood, 1 p.m. Eastern. We're just on all day is what we are. Starting at 10 a.m., we're on all day. And I'll be on Joe Madden's sports podcast tomorrow, as a matter of fact, Friday morning at 9 a.m. Vegas time. Oh, my God, so early. Okay, let's do a recap. Sorry, it's been a long day. I'm just rambling now. Mariners are the Astros. It's a 7. Rossman's going under. Detroit Lenny's going over. Dodgers, Rockies, 11.5. Detroit's under. Rossman over. Rangers, Angels, 7.5. both agree on the under. Now, when they agree, those tend to be the money makers on the show. They also agreed that the Twins and the Padres are going to go over 7.5, but we split again with the Cubs and the Giants. Rossman is going over. Detroit Lenny is going under. That's how we're playing this round of Total Chaos. We're going to have a winner here. It's looking like it. So this is exciting. Congratulations on making it back to the rematch, and good luck in the next round. May the best.